Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Morally Ambiguous podcast number 13?
I think it's 13.
13? We're going with 13. If it's not 13, you can kick me in the balls later.
You guys are idiots. It's obviously number 14. Duh.
I'm getting such a ball kicking later, aren't I? Damn. It's a good thing I like that sort of thing.
Oh boy.
I am, of course, your illustrious host, Zombie Stalin. And joining me today is a Mr. Xander Ford.
Hey.
Hey. For some reason, I don't know why I used my online handle for my introduction. But
Yeah,
today,
I don't know. It's very unusual.
It is. But from now on, you must know me as Zombie, and that is all.
We're just
And
going to
on my
start
other
screaming the
side-
cranberries at you.
We're going to have that whole thing edited in just for them. Zombie. We're getting sidetracked. I was trying to introduce Emily. So
I'm
there's
sorry.
Emily.
Stop, gee.
It's Emily.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know that song Zombie was written about the Warrington bombings where I live?
Really?
Where you live?
Yeah. Yeah. It
Oh,
was the
damn.
anniversary like 10 days ago or something of the Warrington bombings.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
me messing up the introduction has somehow linked in perfectly
To the
with
IRA.
this. To the RIA. Oh,
That's it.
I
Because
can't say that properly.
I know it was about like bombings and tanks and shit because that is actually mentioned like in the lyrics.
Yeah.
But I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it was to do with where you live.
Yeah, there's an IRA bombed Warrington Town Centre and killed two little boys, and then the Cranberries were like, fuck that shit, and then they wrote a song about it.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice,
we've
but
learned today.
history's pretty
Xander
fucked up. but-
endorses extreme terrorism.
I don't.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh boy.
So, no doubt some of you might have noticed that this has been uploaded onto a different channel.
New place, yes. A new thing.
New home. Xander, would you like to take us on a tour of our new crib?
A tour.
A tour of this
crib
new place.
style.
I guess more of an explanation of why this is in a different place.
Why?
Why?
Sort of long story short, like, my channel has been a bit of a sinking ship for the last X months. So I decided, hey, we're all a bunch of high energy people who enjoy each other's company and can give great content. So we're gonna do a collab channel.
You sounded
Sorry,
like-
do you want to
so
say content
improvised
again?
when you were saying that. Sounded like Rick and Morty. Just like, yeah, we're gonna give you new channels with
New shit
new
with
things
with
Yeah,
the same
enjoy
people,
it.
just in a different place. So yeah, so the last week I've been systematically editing each or re-editing each podcast and getting rid of the shit that was to do with my channel so that it can go onto the new channel, the Morally Ambiguous channel. And yeah, that's the thing.
This is a thing now. This has been created in the hopes that we will get off our lazy asses and actually do something.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
much.
get off my lazy ass so that I can do something as well.
Yes, Xander, your ass is the most laziest one here.
But yeah, I mean, I think this could be a good thing. Means it will encourage us all to do some more content and hopefully not have any more like 2-month-long gaps in between podcasts.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, crossed
We
fingers.
try.
Speaking of that, we've actually managed to do a podcast within a month of a different podcast.
That is
Also,
quite
yes.
astounding.
That is the thing.
I'm pretty surprised
Yeah.
myself.
What? Why?
Well,
Yeah.
I thought we were not going to make it, some would say. I thought that maybe
That's what a lot of people would say, to be
Well,
quite honest.
I think it's quite opportune that Emily's had the week off as well. So
Yeah. Thanks, Weatherspoons, for my holiday days. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tony. You're awesome.
If you're
So-
listening, Tony, we are sending you a morally ambiguous badge. Disclaimer, these badges don't actually exist.
You'll get one.
It's purely
When they do,
hypothetical.
when we have
It's a
more.
hypothetical badge.
Yes.
It's like an internet cookie. There you go.
Yeah.
Just have it.
You can have one cookie and you can
Yeah.
store it on your computer.
It's like a
And it'll be-
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We're not giving him Bitcoin. Do you know how much Bitcoins are? We are not
They're
giving
like
him
hundreds of pounds,
Bitcoin.
aren't they? Like just to
Yeah.
get one
Yeah,
is
they're
like £700.
Well expensive.
I mean, bless Tony. We like him, but no, not that much.
He'll be alright.
But Bitcoins like aren't material though. They're like purely data, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like internet currency,
was-
essentially.
There's some guys that had a hard drive full of like 1 million bitcoins.
What?
And then they chucked the hard drive away, and then bitcoins became like, oh yeah, you can get like 100 million pounds for like these bitcoins.
Oh
and then
no.
they went to the dumpster to go look for their hard drive, like their
Oh no.
computer, but they couldn't find it. So out there was a computer with 100 million bitcoins in, and then they got fucked up.
100 million Bitcoins. It takes forever just
Well,
to get
something
one.
like that. Something
Yeah.
like that. I had loads.
This is why I'm always scared about throwing something away. What if I need it in the
Yeah,
future?
exactly.
I like how we're talking about Bitcoin. I have no idea how Bitcoins work. And we're just sitting there like, oh, Bitcoin.
I actually looked up like a sort of a tutorial in order to actually mine Bitcoins, and basically it's a program that you get your computer to run, and I think how it works is that your computer systematically works out like puzzles and creates solutions to puzzles, and that's shared with a particular service, and in exchange it creates Bitcoins. However, in solving like these puzzles and things, you only get like a bit of a Bitcoin. So it takes absolutely forever to get one Bitcoin.
Here's 2.5% of a Bitcoin. Keep trying.
Yeah,
Thanks.
pretty
Thank you.
much.
That's useless.
And yeah, you can. I don't know how you could exchange them, but you can exchange them for actual currency.
Send them to Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or whoever. I don't know.
Steve
They'll know what
Jobs?
to- Shut up! I know what I mean.
He's dead.
He'll enjoy it up in heaven.
I mean, if we have enough Bitcoins, could we resurrect Steve Jobs?
You could probably
That'd
fund
be
the
great.
research for it.
I mean, do you think they've got his brain in a jar somewhere?
Well,
They've got
Apple sort of.
apparently-
He's secretly still CEO. They just transplanted his brain into the new guy.
I think that's probably what happened, because, I mean, they're
Probably.
still making iPhones, aren't they? So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they're that great. Like
The
the
iPhone
with the
7
latest one,
shit.
removing the whole, headphone jack.
Terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. But
Well,
speaking of his brain probably being in a jar, there is a museum somewhere that apparently has Rasputin's penis on display.
excuse me?
Yep.
Why aren't we going to find this mythical museum?
I don't... Where is it? Is it Russia or Budapest or...
I'd imagine it'd be
Somewhere-
in Russia, because that would be like a significant
Austria?
piece of their history.
I don't know.
I never thought I'd say
Wow.
that. Say an ancient Russian guy's dick is a piece of history.
Wow.
Well, you know.
It is a piece of history. That dick probably saw a lot of things, Xander.
Well,
Yeah.
considering he was castrated as well as all the other horrible things that happened to him.
What was it?
Yeah, but he was like a Russian love machine.
Are you quoting that song?
No?
Oh no.
Sure.
I feel like we've hopped a topic somewhere.
Oh yeah, in the list you didn't see the hidden topic of Rasputin's penis and the Kickstarter I want to
No.
start to go to the museum.
We have a
in
list.
Britain.
We're professional. We have a list.
We have a list because usually this happens and we don't stay on topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain goes on a
Um,
tangent, and then everyone else seems to follow that tangent.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of Rasputin's penis, Emily, you had a run-in with a very interesting character last week, did you not?
Character.
I suppose
The character was
you
dead
could
from the
call it
beginning.
A character. The character, fucking Christ. So, like, it was Thursday, and Thursday is when the bins go out, like, in the middle of the night and get collected in the morning. So I woke up at like 11 and I was like, fuck it. I don't know what time the fucking bin men come. If either the bin or they've gone, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what's happening. So I left it, got to like 2 o'clock and I was like, the bin guys have probably been by now, let's be honest. So I was like, right, let's go get this bin and mum can get in the bin, mum can reverse in the drive and all that. Opened my front door and I just saw this orange thing. What the fuck was it? Oh, a fucking fish. Yeah, there was just a fish on my fucking driveway, as you fucking see every fucking week. I don't live near a river or a body of water. I have no idea where this fucking fish came from.
But you Googled this. This is what made me laugh. You Googled it.
Somebody else. Some other lady had a fish in her driveway and she didn't live near a body of water. And I was just like, what does it mean? And she was like, maybe it's a cult. And I'm like, I fucking hope not. I don't want to fucking die.
The cult.
A cult of the fish god.
I don't know. Maybe they like Magikarp too much. I don't fucking care. But whatever happened, it needs to not happen again.
What I find really bizarre is that you felt trapped by this fish. Like, you didn't seem like you wanted to go outside because there was just this fish randomly in the middle of your drive.
No, it was like 2 feet in front of my front door. So I was like, oh, I've got to like almost touch it. I've got to like shimmy around it. I tried to remove it, like tried to just shift it along the driveway, you know, to like the other side where you couldn't really see it. And I poked it, and that fucking bitch was there that fucking long. It had rigor mortis. I was not touching that for 10-foot pole.
Fish that had rigor mortis.
It's like someone's beloved pet that accidentally got thrown away. And ended up on your driveway. It was a big fish.
It was massive. It was like bigger than
it
my
did
face.
Look quite big.
It was huge. It was like I poked it, and it was, besides having rigor mortis, it was heavy as fuck. So what did I do? Yeah, my solution, put the empty bin that had been emptied over it, and I just kicked it to the other side of the driveway.
This poor fish has gone on a wild ride.
It was being scraped along the pavestones of my driveway, and it was losing scales and fins as I was going along the driveway. But, you know, no regrets.
No regrets. This poor fish, not only was it dead, but it was tortured.
Yeah. Well, this does make an interesting question. Can a fish actually get rigor mortis? Is that actually a thing that sea creatures can get?
Do they have spines?
They do have bones, but they're not like our bones. It's more like cartilage for them, I think.
Well, I think Emily is the expert in this, and if she says fish can have rigor mortis, I think I might believe her. I mean, I could Google this, but I'm just...
I mean, she's the only person to my knowledge who's had extended contact with a dead fish.
Extended contact? Yeah, mine boils down to maybe fish and chips, and that's the person I'll get to a dead fish.
But yeah, I saw your Snapchats as you were documenting this, and I've never wanted the next update on a Snapchat as fast as yours. I mean, that was an amazing saga of Fishgate.
It was a scary thing as well, Fishgate. Like, just this fish out of nowhere. Like, maybe it came from someone's bin, but it didn't look like a fish that would be eaten or thrown away.
It looked fake.
Yeah, it looked like a toy fish that you would pick up for, like, your dog or your cat or something.
Yeah.
And it was just there, just existing, being a big fish in a fucking driveway.
Okay, Emily's just now sent me a text message because I think something's gone wrong.
Yeah, I was like filling in the hole. We've lost Emily, if you hadn't realised.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just carry on until she comes back.
If she ever comes back. I think it was a cult. 100% cult that took her. Like,
that took her, not that deposited the fish.
No, the fish is part of the cult. It's like a death mark.
It's the instrument. Yeah, it's like the black spot.
Yes, or the black hand, or whatever it was from Skyrim. Was it a black hand? It was a black hand, wasn't it?
Yeah, the black hand was like the assassin people thing.
Yeah. Sam, did you remember when we were a video game podcast? I remember that. I remember those things.
I remember that was a thing.
I remember that we were meant to be talking about those things, but somehow we got distracted by fish.
Yeah.
and the zombies and songs. Well, trying to keep up with...
Oh, she's back.
She's back. Ooh.
Yeah.
What
Did that
happened?
not happen to you guys?
No, you just literally just went quiet. So we were trying to fill the void.
So Emily's not coming back
Right,
and Fish got her.
so I was just talking about the fish, and then you asked, can a fish get rigor mortis? And then you cut out, and I was just like, okay. So then I just said my last bit of the story. Then you guys weren't saying anything. So then I sent a message saying, oi, bitch. And then all of a sudden my Discord just went off, and I was just like, oh, okay. That's fine.
Oi,
It's not like I was
bitch.
doing anything important. Oi, bitch.
Oi, bitch! Halfway through the podcast, and they just decided to ignore me now. Bastards.
But then you sent me like a really
Fine,
obscure
ignore me
text
then.
message. You just got the most obscure text message from you saying what happened in. I was like, what?
I was meant to just put like what happened because I thought it might have happened to you guys and you didn't reply, and I was just like, okay, so this bitch isn't even going to Sherlock Holmes this shit and investigate. That's fine. Just read my text and ignore it, you know, whatever.
We're just going to put a bin over you and push you across the driveway.
Anyhow, I think Tom was
Well,
leading into another topic.
I was trying
Very-
to smoothly segue into the fact that we're a video game podcast.
I'm gonna hop on that segue and slide in.
I fell over off my segue. It was very embarrassing. So recently, female protagonists has been a buzzword. I like buzzwords. That's why I've chosen this as a topic.
I like BuzzFeed.
No. No. No, we don't like BuzzFeed.
What?
Buzzwords, not BuzzFeed.
I, as much as I hate to go on this tangent again, I feel like BuzzFeed is the thing that we hate to like, but like to
I love
hate.
BuzzFeed. I love BuzzFeed.
I don't think I've actually ever been on BuzzFeed. All I know is like the jokes, like it's like, oh, this guy did a somersault, but you'll never guess what happened next. And then the video, he lands nice, safely, just like did a somersault, and that's it.
No.
But
The best thing about BuzzFeed is they have this channel called BuzzFeed Blue, and they do a series on it called BuzzFeed Unsolved, and these two guys go around and like investigate like unsolved murders and other shit. It's so good. They did the case of D.B. Cooper, O.J. Simpson, this weird Bulgarian family that got moided. Some other
Moided.
shit. Moided.
It's been a murder target.
The best thing about Hero Quest is the broadsword.
Broadsword!
Sorry,
When do we get to the video games?
also,
No, fine. We're not a video game podcast anymore. We don't need to talk about protagonists. I have
okay.
nothing good to say about
female protagonists.
female protagonists, guys.
They're a thing.
They're the
Women
best.
exist, and they could be the main character in stories. This is something that the video gaming industry has only just discovered.
I mean, well, before like now, what was like the number one game with a female protagonist? Probably Lara
Resident
Croft,
Evil?
Tomb Raider, something.
Resident Evil.
Resident
Jill,
Evil.
Good old Jill Valentine.
But then in some Resident Evil games, you play like Leon or whoever the fuck else. I don't know.
Chris Redfield.
Chris Redfield.
That's it.
I want a game where you play as Wesker.
Oh, I do actually get to play as Wesker in the main story, although I do love Wesker.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're suddenly being like popular again. I mean, it's not as if it's a bad thing.
I don't know. But
But-
I'm
I know, but-
loving it. I am freaking loving it because it's so awesome to like see like, oh yeah, the female character's gonna like kick butt and save the galaxy and all that shit. And I'm like, fucking yes.
I also
bitch,
feel
you
like
go.
this shouldn't really be news.
I
No,
mean,
it shouldn't.
but for
It's
some-
happening and it should have happened ages ago. It should have though. I mean, before like set games with female protagonists, what did you have? You had Skyrim and BioWare games where you could make your own character. I always played a fucking lady because
Yeah, I
there
pretty
weren't
much
enough
do.
games with ladies in, and it
Yeah.
sucks dick. Like I don't like playing a dude because, well, I don't like penis, so I don't want to play a man. Like I don't want to go for that.
Yeah.
It's a lady.
I don't like penis. So I don't
Yeah,
want
and
to
if
I don't like
If
dick.
if I've got to play a game for 60 plus hours on end, I want to make a character that I think is attractive because I've got to stare at her all day.
That's a fair argument. But I mean, when I was saying female protagonists, I mean, they've been around for a long time, but it just seems that marketing companies now think that they can sell. Which is interesting. If you look at Horizon Zero Dawn or Near Automata, I can never say that word.
I think it's Automata.
Automata. I think it's Automata. Like the
Automata.
Automata? Oh, it could be. Who knows? They made
I'm
up a
Tomato.
fucking word.
Near Automata. That's how I say it.
The new Near game. There we go.
There we go.
That's the ticket.
We'll get there eventually. They've focused, especially with Horizon Zero Dawn, on the female lead in the marketing, which hasn't been something that's been seen often in the video gaming sort of marketing departments, where they think they're selling to boys who like big tits and guns and explosions.
I mean,
Well, that I think goes in hand with Nier Automata because I think there's an achievement for looking up the girl's skirt, isn't there?
Hold on, is
oh
there?
my god.
I think so.
Seriously.
Am I going to go have to find this achievement?
Although,
can check
if I
see.
remember, a very similar thing happened with, I think it was like Lollipop Chainsaw or whatever that game was called,
Yeah, Lollipop
where
Chainsaw.
Oh, God,
you get an
yeah.
achievement that says it was an accident.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like, though, this is because this is coming from Japan, and Japan has some very...
Japan's kind of weird.
Oh, panties!
Oh, Katsu, shut up! Why do I sound kind of French?
I mean, yeah, I mean, the whole like panty thing is actually kind of a problem out there in Japan.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason why the cameras out there on their phones have to have a noise.
Yeah.
So,
Because there are cheeky people trying to get a look at
but
the
then-
fancy.
but then it's
There
games
is-
like these that are endorsing this where they make it an achievement.
Yeah. There's
You get some like 13-year-old boy going, "Ooh, panties!"
You get some 25-year-old boy going, ooh, panties!
I have never once in my life never done
He
that.
didn't say you. Obviously, he was talking
I-
about himself.
Sandra, I never said once in your life that you had picked up a woman's pants and sniffed deep within to find that scent.
The sexy scent.
Yeah, this got really weird very
Was it-
quickly.
Oh, the gusset.
Back to
Oh.
female protagonists.
I mean, I like that these...
women.
I mean, particularly the Horizon, I like that this protagonist isn't particularly sexually driven. Like, there's no
No.
short skirts, but like
No.
bulging cleavage,
Nah.
etc. Like, she's like proper wrapped up in furs and
Yeah.
armor and kicking ass.
She's
There was-
actually protecting herself, is what's
Yeah.
being said.
That's the actual situation.
None of these
When Life is Strange
ridiculous.
was in development, it was Square Enix that took and developed Life is Strange and made it the game that it is, and it's a freaking awesome game. I love it. One of my favorite games ever. The people who made like the whole thing up for Life is Strange, they went to so many different gaming companies for them to develop it. They went to like Telltale and everything and all that, but all of them said no because the lead character was a female. So
Oh.
yeah, that really does suck dick. But there is a game that's come out called Conan, I think it is.
Conan,
and-
yes.
And there is a penis slider, so you can make your character's penis bigger or smaller, which I think is a great equalizer, to be quite honest with you.
Look at the
We've had the
muscularity.
boob fighter. The muscularity.
The muscularity.
But this just shows that as an industry, it's evolving. It's starting to take itself more seriously. I mean, I say more seriously, penis slider doesn't
Penis
sound that
slider
serious.
doesn't really sound that
Ever,
great.
ever played Cobra Club?
Cobra Club. But this is the thing, it's finally figured out that it's not one set of people that play video games for one reason. There's
No.
loads of people who play video games for lots of different reasons. And that's
Boobies!
Xander, if you play it for boobies, fine. Fine.
That's your agenda.
That's your agenda. But at least now they're also trying to write like interesting female leads as well.
Yeah,
I can't
like-
wait for like a Rockstar game that has a female lead in it, a well-written
Oh.
female lead in it.
I would love to play like a Rockstar game with a female lead because I've played a lot of GTA. Like, I've played so much GTA, not just like 5. I've played like San Andreas and Liberty City, Vice City, all that. And then I've also played Bully or Canis Kingdom Edit, whichever one you want to call it. And that is not a female lead as well, but they're also still really good games. I love Rockstar games. I would love to play a female character in a Rockstar game. It would be beast.
Yeah.
So sort of taking like the whole GTA 5 thing where you can actually make like a female character, but actually having her as the
but it's
protagonist.
It's not the same. Like, you can play online and you can make your own character, like your own avatar for the online games, but it's not the same as playing the story as a female character, because that's just like, oh, well, you're going to play online, so we're going to offer you, obviously, character creation. If they didn't offer character creation, that'd be shit.
Yeah.
And it also feels like you can only play a female character on the online version of GTA 5. Well, it feels like that sort of maligned the character to the side. Like, I mean, maybe they didn't want a female character, that's fine. I'm not saying write female characters just for the sake of writing female characters, because they come off as shit if you do it like that. If your character and the game you play would suit, like Horizon Zero Dawn, would suit having a female lead, do it. And I hope more publishing houses, more companies decide that it's a good idea to have female leads, because I'm tired of the big, gruff Marcus Phoenix style.
That's why I stopped playing Assassin's Creed, because every Assassin's Creed character was the exact same guy, and it got very fucking irritating, and I'm just like, I'm alright, thanks. I just played this guy, but 1,000 years in the past. I'm good. I'll miss out. I'll be fine. I won't be missing much.
I was tempted by Syndicate though, just purely because, you know, playing around in sort of in industrial era London.
It is pretty alright. I've played a little bit, but I've played it mostly on the Xbox, and I have Syndicate for my PlayStation 4. So all the buttons are weird, and I'm just like,
The buttons are weird.
I don't know what I'm doing.
A female character that was playable in it, Syndicate?
Yes, it does. Evie Fry.
I say playable because it's a Ubisoft game, and Ubisoft games aren't technically playable at all.
She is actually, it's like, you play Evie and you play Jacob as well. You switch between the two of them, because there are only some missions Evie can do, some that Jacob can do, so you switch between them, but still, I prefer playing Evie because she's a lady.
I feel like that's Ubisoft attempting to placate the masses. It was like,
yeah.
You want to play as a woman? What?
Just like, what? Okay,
for the last like 4 games, they've been going, but look, Ezio Auditore, this character we've ever played.
I do like Ezio's games, though. They are the best Assassin's Creed.
They got very
games.
convoluted though.
They peaked.
Yeah, but they were so good. They were the games that had the best story and the best everything.
It's why they made 3 games with fucking Ezio in them.
I don't know why they did that, but I'm happy, because Assassin's Creed 3 was a piece of shit. Black 4 was slightly better, but still a little bit a piece of shit.
The thing that annoyed me about Assassin's Creed 3, and I hope this doesn't happen with the other Assassin's Creed games, but everyone was dressing up as the main character in cosplay for that game before it even came out. I was like, how do you know you even like the character?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't.
It was like, this character could be a complete asshat.
It's like you've played into their hand. You played into the corporate scheme by doing that, because you've just been like, oh, I haven't even played it yet, but I'm going to spend all my money on it.
I love it. It's Assassin's Creed. I'm going to love it. Shut your mouth. You might not like it. Get your own opinion.
To be fair, back then, Assassin's Creed was riding the high wave.
It really was. It was like...
been one of the most popular games.
It was Call of Duty all over again.
Yeah.
Although that's still riding titles.
Speaking of games that crash into beaches.
Right.
Let's talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. Andromeda. 2 games I can't say. Ass erect Andromeda.
The only problem that I've heard from this game is that the facial animations are cringeworthy.
Not only the facial animations.
I've seen that, and it's kind of like LA Noire. They did like a whole facial mapping thing, because you have to look at the characters' faces, and some of their faces were fucking laughable. Like, I laughed in one guy's face for about 5 minutes. I had to pause the game and walk away because I kept laughing. But like, I've seen a video and like pictures of these faces like characters make, and I'm like, how did you think a human's face could actually work like that? I don't think you tried, and it's such a shame because Mass Effect is one of my favorite games in the entire world.
I'm sorry that I'm now going to have to rip into Mass Effect as I said.
No, it's fine. I still want to play Andromeda, but I'm going to be severely disappointed in it. It's not going to be Mass Effect 2. It's not. No way it's going to be Mass Effect 2.
As we were speaking about female leads and how they can be good, let's speak about how they can fall flat on their ass. Now, I know with Mass Effect, you can create your own character, but with the first 3 games, Shepard was always canonically, and I'm using air quotes as you can't see, male. So they've switched gear and they've decided that canonically Ryder in this game will be female. Except they've written it so poorly.
Yeah. When the creator of Mass Effect, the first Mass Effect game, he designed Commander Shepard as a lady, and then everybody decided to be like, no, that's not going to sell, change it to a dude. But she was canonically supposed to be a female, and that pleased me inside a little bit.
I was looking more at like the market swing on this one, but yeah. I have heard the story that Shepard was originally going to be a female character. But it's difficult to say with RPGs like this. But I know for a fact in articles I've seen for Andromeda. I can actually say it, I'm just retarded. They were always pushing the idea that it's a strong female character, and then you just listen to one of the cutscenes they talk in, the emotionless delivery, the poor writing. This is what we mean when we say don't just have a female character for the sake of having a female character. But equally, Ryder's character as a male is just as flat.
Did BioWare change writers between Dragon Age and this Andromeda?
Probably.
I heard a lot of BioWare employees left while Andromeda was being made.
Oh, right.
And the fact that the graphics look worse than the original Mass Effect is another thing that startles me. I mean, how could they, with 5 years to make this game,
like Mass Effect, the first one, it's passable to look that bad because that was like the first Mass Effect game, and it's so old now. Like it's old exactly, that's old for a video game. That's very old. But it's like, have you seen Fallout 4? Like, why couldn't Mass Effect Andromeda look like that? Like, I get that it's Fallout 4
because that's Bethesda.
But still, could they not at least try a little bit harder and just be like, can you just give us a hand here to make it look like not a piece of shit?
Well,
sure. No, they didn't even try. It's like they just gave up. They were just like, well, we're almost done, fuck it.
Somewhere between Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda, something at BioWare has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Because the characters in Inquisition were fucking amazing. Like, I loved Vivian. I thought she was amazing.
I loved the character development and how different every character was. I loved Commander Cullen. I love Commander Cullen. He was my favorite.
Cullen's great.
I loved Cassandra. Cassandra's hilarious. Dorian, Iron Bull, and Varric. All of them loved.
Yeah.
Loved
even the
all.
ones that you couldn't have as part of your party. So, like Cullen himself, you've got what was her name? Who was the dwarf lady? Harding. Scout Harding.
She was hilarious. I loved her. She was so good.
And now, like, a couple of years down the line, they're like, yay, Mass Effect and all, and it's just like, what happened?
Like, they all sound the same. They all sound like they don't give a shit. Sounds like bullshit.
It's like they're all getting ready to suck Shepard's dick, or whatever her name is, Ryder.
Ryder, I believe it
Ryder.
is.
I'm going to call her non-Shepard because I wish it was Commander Shepard.
Fake Shepard.
Commander Shepard. Fake Shepard. She is fake.
May as well be Shepard.
But the interesting thing on how you were saying everyone sounds so different is if you take one look at like the cast of Mass Effect versus the cast of Andromeda.
It's 2 people. They're just putting on 2 very convincing voices.
Yeah, well, the cast of Andromeda isn't as, let's say, well-known Like, there are voice actors in there that you would not recognise from things. Whilst
It's a
Mass
bunch of
Effect had...
entry-level interns that they
Pretty
got in
much.
to do it.
And that adds a lot to the game. If you have newbies voicing your game, and you want something serious and emotional, you might not get that because they're still
They got funny and emotionless.
learning. You get fucking weird animations, emotionally devoid. Sounds like my life, really.
They should just do a product recall on Mass Effect Andromeda and be like, we're just going to work on this a little bit, see you later, and then bring it out again and a million times better.
They did do that with a game. Oh, was it the Batman game that came out on PC, which was so bad?
The Telltale one?
Not the Telltale one.
Oh, was that like
Batman
Arkham City or
Arkham
something?
City?
Or
the
Arkham-
third one in the
Arkham Knight
series.
or something.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was different though. I think they recalled it because in the translation between console and PC, something went wrong with the coding, so it bugged out quite badly.
You mean they didn't pay the right people to do
Nah.
it?
Didn't pay well enough.
I think it was
Something went wrong with the coding.
it was something. There was like a sort of translation error in the format, and it just sort of created a lot of bugs in the PC version. So they had to recall it and sort of fix it up. There was a game that I think Chris bought it for me at some point. I think it was like Sword of the Stars 2 or Sword of the Stars 1, whichever one it was. And it was a game that had a bit of a rep because the company was rushed to actually get the game out for deadline. As a result, when they released it, it wasn't actually finished. So they spent like a good year or so fixing it up with patches and expansions and things, and now it's actually a really good game if you can look past the voice acting.
You have to look past the voice acting. It's a bit corny.
That's like so hard to do though with some games, to just like look past the voice acting, because the voice acting is what makes it really immersive for most games.
Yeah.
Like games where there's a lot of talking, like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, it has to be really good, otherwise it's just like, oh, I don't fucking...
Well, it's a bit different with role-playing games because obviously there's a lot more dialogue and there's a lot more like storytelling and exposition involved with the dialogue in that. Whereas with something like Sword of the Stars, where it's an RTS game, sort of you only get people telling you like, "Yes, sir. Well done, sir."
But we
Oh, well, that's like fine. You can forget about that. But
you
still,
say you can
other
forget
games
about
you
that.
can
I'd like to just quickly divert our attention to Shogun 2 when that originally released and had our men are
Was this Total War?
battlefield, shameful disarray. No, yeah, Total War, Shogun 2. They had
I
to
have
change
that.
line
I
because
have
it
yet
was
to
so
play
racist.
it. I may just play it just to sample this.
Oh, our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful disarray.
Disarray.
It's like really bad, really racist. So yeah, it's pretty like you can say even in RTS can you look past the voice acting. Dawn of War is one of my favorite RTSs because the voice acting
Oh, it is great.
is so fun
I
and
like Dawn of
engaging.
War.
Listen to a tech priest and you know that's a tech priest and you just it's so
You
good.
just know it's a tech priest. Like,
You
yeah,
just
that's the
know.
voice of a tech priest. That's totally a tech priest voice right there.
You understand what I mean without taking the piss out of me, lad.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it
Because
sort
you
of
need to-
helps. It does help.
Definitely helps. You need to capture the character well or that it's just going to fall flat and be uninteresting. I mean, maybe that is the problem with Mass Effect at the moment. There's just too much with that new game that's wrong. Like the animations, the glitches, the floating people in combat. Let's talk more substance than visual and sound things. They've simplified the gameplay of Mass Effect far too much. Like they've taken chunks out of the game.
What?
That's not how you make a good game. That's not how you make a good game. The combat,
No.
you used to be able to use all of your abilities, but now I think you can only use 3 abilities during combat.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and the crafting menus are ridiculously convoluted. I don't know what they're doing over at BioWare.
So they've made things far too simple and other things far too complicated.
Yeah.
I need to go over there and tell them to check the cells before they wreck themselves.
Well, send
Sort this
Emily
shit out,
over
don't do
to...
it again.
BioWare's headquarters, and she can make her own Mass Effect.
Yeah, I won't make it because I can't make shit, but I'll tell them what to do. I'll be like, right, you don't do that. That's a terrible fucking idea. You do this instead because I'm going to be the one playing it, and that sounds awesome.
We'll bring Shepard back from the dead.
It sounds to me like they've put so much focus into making it female-oriented that they've now given it a yeast infection.
Oof.
Oh, savage.
That's going to have a massive effect on the ending.
A massive effect?
Ryder actually dies because of a terribly alien yeast infection.
Fuck.
And if you play the male side of the story, that doesn't happen. You never
Let's
get an
see
ending.
Vagisil
You
take
drink
care
it
of that
up.
one, BioWare.
Let's see you handle the topic of yeast infections, BioWare.
Yeah, we'll just go to the BioWare and just for a fucking your Vagisil out and just like, hey, you fucking sluts.
Boys.
Yeah. You ruined a game series. They've ruined it. If they don't fix it, they've ruined it.
They might fix it. They might. I wonder actually
They
how
might
they've
see the error
responded
of
to all
their
this.
ways.
It'd be
Like,
interesting. Maybe we should go
Have
find
they
out.
responded to it, or?
Let's see.
Let's have a look.
Well, while you guys are looking it up, what games have you been playing lately? Anyway.
I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition because I saw you playing it on your PlayStation 4, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's a sick game, I'll play that. And then I started playing Overwatch for the first time in about a week,
Oh my
a
God.
couple of days ago, and I won, I think, about like 12 matches in a row somehow. I don't
Sweet.
know how that happened. So
What about the Tamaki?
I have been playing a lot of League of Legends again. In all honesty, I'm not a very interesting person. That and Fable. I've been playing Fable, and there's a game like Mass Effect that started off high and
Plummeted to the ground.
Yeah, but maybe we should leave Fable for another time. Like we come back to Fable.
Well, especially if you're going to be playing it for the channel, so it'd be
We'll
worth
have-
giving like a more elaborate opinion on it as you're playing it.
Yes, I think that might be better.
So
I'm not finding
BioWare,
anything on BioWare except for
I
them
fo-
talking
I
about
found-
Mass Effect 3.
oh no, I found they literally said we were like this is about the animations, about how shit it is, and they just said we respect the opinions of our players and our community, but attacking individuals regardless of their involvement in the project is never acceptable. Hire better people to make the project better. There you go.
Wow.
Savage, no regrets.
Savage.
Hire better animators. There you go.
Oh yeah, the issue
That's-
here is they've just had a bunch of monkeys at the helm.
Yeah.
So wait, their response was, "Stop attacking our guys."
Stop attacking the people
fucked
who
up.
made the game, but thanks for your opinion that it's shit. Well, fix
Wow.
it, you slut bags. That's nothing. that doesn't help shit, does it?
That's certainly not the
Thanks
response
for
I was
not playing
expecting.
BioWare.
That's a very poorly handled response, BioWare, let's be honest.
It is. You should just say, sorry, we acknowledge that the game is not what you thought it would be. It's like false advertising this is. Oh look, it looks fucking amazing. Yeah, it's going to be the greatest game fucking ever. You play it and it's just, well, this is just some shit.
Just wandering around, just escaping everything, going, "What happened?"
Yeah, you literally look around like, what the fuck happened here? Like Mass Effect 3 looks probably better than Mass Effect.
Whereas
Andromeda,
I've sort
let's
of
not lie.
been going back in time the last couple of days, and I was playing a bit of Dark Souls. Got back into me old Dark Souls.
Ooh.
Oh, man, Dark Souls.
And I made a new account because now that I've been playing through quite a lot of Bloodborne, especially with Tom here, I feel like I've learned stuff. I've now come back to Dark Souls, older and wiser. So I made a new
Are you
character.
saying that you got good, Xander? Did you get good?
I'm not going to go as far as that.
Keep good.
I can handle myself, but I still fuck up. But yeah, I came back to Dark Souls, and I think in about 1 or 2 sittings, I'd made a new character from scratch, you know, and I managed to just tear ass through like a good 3 hours of the game. Like, I managed to beat the Taurus Demon, the Bell Gargoyles, the Cabra Demon, which is where I got stuck the first time round. I now just managed to like completely own him. And I beat the Gaping Dragon as well, which,
Ooh.
in retrospect, I hate saying the name. It sounds horrible.
Gaping Dragon.
Gaping Dragon. It just... I'm not even going to go into what that sounds like. It just sounds horrible.
You shouldn't go on about what it looks like, either.
It equally is gross. Like, although it's got nothing against half the monsters in Bloodborne. I mean, that's just the fundamentals of grossness.
I was on YouTube and I saw a speedrun of someone playing Dark Souls on like hard difficulty, and it took them like 54 minutes to like
hard difficulty. You
fight all
can't change
bosses.
difficulty.
And I'm just like, oh my god, like what the fuck?
Dark Souls default difficulty is hard.
Yeah. I also read that if you're playing like Dark Souls and there's like a quest to like join a cult. If you join this cult, it immediately sets the game mode to like the hardest difficulty, and then it's like
yes,
and you have no idea.
I thought like
Really?
just by doing like New Game Plus, it becomes like twice as hard.
It gets harder, but if you join that covenant as well, the monsters get tougher. It is in the game.
Oh, Jesus.
Make sure you don't join it.
Yeah, make sure you don't join any covenants you're not aware of. Kids, you might be having life on hard mode.
Yeah. Nightmare difficulty, insanity or something.
Life lessons with From Software.
Never trust anyone, especially a gaping dragon. With a drop, stop, and roll when you come close to one of them.
Drop, stop, and roll.
Drop, stop, and roll. The gaping dragon has set you on fire. What do? You stop, drop, and you roll, son.
You roll the fuck away.
Isn't it stop, drop, and roll, not drop, stop, and roll?
I thought I said stop, drop, and roll.
No, I thought you said drop. I don't know. I think
No, the first time you said drop,
Drop, stop, roll.
you run, drop to the floor, keep rolling. Or you just
You
slide
keep
along the
moving.
floor.
You used your gathered momentum to slide, destroying your skin and face particles as you go along the floor.
You become the dead fish.
It's circular. The podcast is circular.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
That fucking
A
fish.
fucking fish.
Fucking
It's
fish.
too much. It was the holder of the gate. It was the covenant to life's hard mode. You should have talked to it, Emily.
No, because then she'll be playing life in hard. Should be
Yeah,
hard
she
for the rest of her
cared
life.
about talking to it. Oh, that's a big no.
Life is already hard.
I'm pretty sure there's like a role-playing game called Life is Hard.
There's one called Life. No,
Life is Strange.
a different game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but so I'm talking like a sort of D&D-esque type thing.
That is... Life is Strange is a very, 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 very depressingly sad game. I cried
well,
like that every episode.
Let's put me off that
of
game for life then.
Strange. No, play it. You still need to play it. It's fucking artistic as
Oh, I need to
shit.
play it. Oh, right.
Yeah, you need to.
You need to play it, but you will cry, Xander.
You will
Cry myself
cry.
to sleep.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
never look at anything the same ever again,
You won't
including
believe
that
what
fish.
just happened. No.
This fake thing on the screen got killed, and then she cried.
But it's so sad.
They're not real. They're not real.
Shut up, you guys don't have feelings, you bastards.
Don't tell me that now. I've come this long without realising.
There are people out there who agree with me, you slut bags.
They're not in this call, though, are they?
Well, they're out there.
If you agree with Emily, write in the comment section, I agree with Emily.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
a curious
And then I
thing.
will
That,
laugh at you.
like, what was the last thing you guys ever cried at? Just out of interest.
I cried today when I was watching Beauty and the Beast, mate. Oh my god, when all those props started turning back into just normal props, I started crying because I was so sad. Lumiere and Cogsworth mate, and then Chip almost died, but then the footman coat hanger caught him, and then the piano wasn't a piano, and then it was all
Fuck these things are real.
Fuck.
What about you, Tom?
I actually can't remember when the last time I cried was.
You emotionless rock.
I am pretty much an emotionless rock.
Did you cry in an anime recently?
Huh?
Did you cry in an anime recently or something?
There's no good animes to cry at the moment.
Your Lie in April? Was it Your Lie in April? I'm pretty sure you probably cried at that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I did cry at Your Lie in April.
April 1st, Attack on Titan Season 2 starts, and I'm about to piss myself with excitement.
I wouldn't think that's the best way to do it, but okay.
But no, you know.
I need to finish the
I'm
first season.
so excited! You finished the first season?
I need
I've
to
finished
finish
the
it.
first season. You need to fucking cry.
Yeah, I think I'm like
all
half.
over
Well,
that shit.
'cause
I've watched it 5 times.
I started watching it with Darius, and then for some reason or another, we haven't actually sat down to watch it again. We cleared like half the first season in one sitting. But yeah, didn't really get that. Not really much to say.
Did you watch the dubbed version or the subtitled version?
We watched the dubbed version because Darius can't
You
do subtitles.
fucking slut!
Yeah,
you
Alexander!
Watching the dubbed version, you filthy monstrosity.
In my
Get out of
defense,
my sight.
In my defense, Darius has ADHD, so he can't focus on both what's going on and the subtitles at the same time. So we had to watch it dubbed.
Well, now I feel like a bastard because I didn't know that, but still.
There you go.
If you
That's
can
what
watch
you
it
get
by
for
yourself,
judging.
Watch it with subtitles.
I'm
That's
doubling
what you get
down.
for judging.
Fuck him. Don't watch it with him. if you can't
Doubling
read the
down?
Subtitles. Don't read the dub version. There is no excuse.
Oh.
You need to watch it with subs. It's way better.
Watch the dub version with subs. That'll really get you.
That'll mess you up.
You'll be like, fuck.
Like, I personally usually watch things subbed, but if like
Yeah.
there is no really alternative, then you know I'll make do.
Because we're the master race.
I'll make do and I'll make doo-doo.
Exactly. I watch everything with subtitles.
It's 'cause I can't
Just
hear
makes it easier. Just makes it easier to like, I don't know, understand what's going on. But that makes me sound stupid. But I'm not stupid. I just like having
Yeah.
subtitles there.
Unless
That's
it's a YouTube
fine.
video. Because
Oh,
captions
oh, yeah,
on a
then-
YouTube
then-
video.
subtitles on to
Subtitles there.
laugh.
Oh yeah, no, you put the subtitles on to laugh. The fucking wrong things that they say, like, oh hi there, my name's PewDiePie. Just like hi, I like to eat the fucking ass pie.
Yeah.
That's what they'll probably say or something.
To be fair, it'll probably be some fake news in the PewDiePie
Yeah.
subtitles because YouTube seems to have it out for the poor man. So does everyone else, bless them. Poor PewDiePie.
Eh.
Eh. He's got millions and millions of pounds. Eh.
Well, I think it's because like he keeps on doing like this whole, you know, oh well, I'll quit YouTube if I do this thing, or if I manage to do this thing. I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes so much money off of YouTube. Why would he quit? Like, honestly.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, he doesn't do gaming videos anymore, does he? He mostly does
No,
like
he
in front of camera
skits.
jobs. Yeah, little
Yeah.
skidgets.
And apparently he's a Nazi or something. I don't
Yeah.
understand what's going on. The Wall Street Journal has lost its mind.
He made he got like a video of some guy saying death to all Jews, and then he was there living for life watching it. So little Nazi bastard.
He's a little Nazi Swedish bastard.
He's the next Himmler, but he's Swedish.
Is Himmler Swedish?
I don't think so.
I need to go back and look up my Nazi history.
Oh shit.
The Wall Street Journal's not going to write an article on us and how we're Nazis. He berated the poor ADHD man for watching a dumb version of a Japanese anime. He is a Nazi.
Himmler was German.
I like how you actually went and searched that for
Yeah, I
me.
did.
Thank
I
you.
thought it was German or Austrian, but then I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't
Hitler's
Swedish.
the
Thanks,
Austrian
Wikipedia.
one.
Yeah. Thanks, Wiki. You did great.
You helped us get through this troubling time of our life. Himmler was the
still-
journalist, wasn't it? Can we not talk about Nazis? Oh my god. When
They're
you're
among
recording a
us.
podcast podcast and you just become Nazi talk.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think on
dear.
that high note, we might want to round this up.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it
shoot
is
people.
probably coming towards the end of it.
Yeah.
As you see, we struggle to get off the Nazi topic.
Yeah, it's like all three of us just desperate to talk about Nazis, but knowing this is not, we're not about that life.
We're not about that life. We just like to talk
I'm not
about
fe-
it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the Nazi regime.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm not into the whole Third Reich situation. I'm good just chilling.
I should go and like what is the word? Pitch an idea to a TV show called Desperate Nazi Wives.
Well, no.
Just
There
be-
was
Crazy.
a sitcom in the 90s that was aired on Sky called Heil Honey, I'm Home.
I'll
No.
honey, I'm home.
This
Oh
was a
my
thing.
I'm
God.
googling it.
The basis for this show is the Hitlers living next door to their Jewish neighbours.
Oh my God, it's real.
It's on YouTube.
It's real. Oh my God. It had one aired episode and the rest of them went unaired.
Yeah.
It has 5.6
They tore
out
that
of
thing
10.
down.
Oh my God.
I'll honey, I'm home. Full uncut episode. It's 25 minutes long. It got a 5.6 on IMDb.
But yeah, it's a thing.
I know what I'm doing for the next 25 minutes and 52 seconds.
This week's morally ambiguous show to watch.
We recommend it. 5.6 out of 10. Thumbs up. Ding.
I think it's time to wrap this up before it goes much further.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for having the patience of sitting through this till the end.
Subscribe
And
to our
you've
new
got
channel.
A very nice show to watch. Subscribe to our new
Yeah.
channel.
Subscribe.
Follow
like
us
the
on
video,
Twitter.
Do all that shit.
Follow us on
Yeah.
Twitter. Guys, give out your twatters.
Twatters.
Game Gallagher. Search me. Sluts.
And Viscount Xander.
Probably didn't win me any favours there, did it? Ignore what I just said.
And you should probably send me a raven with your house signet on because I don't have Twitter,
I reckon we ought to
so-
have a morally ambiguous
A
Twitter
three-eyed
that
raven?
Tamaki should manage.
You want me to be the press management? Okay, that sounds good.
Yes.
We should do
Yeah,
that.
you can do
Definitely.
the social
just-
medias and then
He's
Redditing.
gonna,
Are you saying that
first
I
thing
could
he's gonna
be
tweet.
the Himmler of our operation?
Oh God. The first thing you're
I'm
going to
going.
tweet is the Heil Honey.
I am leaving.
I'm going.
I'm going.
I am leaving the sinking
Goodbye,
ship.
everyone.
Fare thee well.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.